Hello, my name is Dahlia, and I'm going to talk a little bit about my story. So it starts with my childhood, so fair warning, there will be conversation of abuse, all the kinds of abuse. So if that is something you're sensitive to right now, you can scroll away. I love you. I didn't just wake up healed. I didn't just wake up liberated. I experienced extreme darkness, extreme pain, and that extreme pain and darkness is actually what woke me up from being unconscious, from being asleep, as people say. I grew up in an environment with a very abusive dad. He was a tyrant. He would yell around the house, beat us all, very violent, and was also sexually abusive to me when I was 10 and 11 years old, multiple times. Dude, this fucking fly. He was that annoying. He was like this freaking fly, just bothering me and bothering everyone with his big ass emotions and acting like we had to absorb them, but he was actually emotionally a fucking 2-year-old. Same with my mother. She had no emotional capacity, and I grew up a lot of my childhood wondering why my mom didn't like me, why my mom didn't love me, why my mom didn't want to talk to me or care about me, and why she could talk to other kids like at the church and other kids had moms. So I felt like I did something wrong, like I was a bad child, which is crazy because I was like the perfect child. I got good grades, I was quiet in school, blah blah blah, I did all the things right. So how did I become so healed? Well, it took some shit going down is what happened. Because of my childhood, I developed a medical condition called vasovagal syncope. This condition meant that I would faint in various situations and for like no reason at all. They just said it was you just faint. And I kind of accepted it like that, like, yeah, I just faint. I'm a sensitive girly, I guess. And I just always accepted this to be true until the condition was intense too. Like I would go into a doctor's office and they didn't even have to touch me. They would just explain the procedure, and my consciousness, my body knew to like protect itself in this way, that it would just send me out of my consciousness, send me out of my body for protection. And I would pass out for, a minute, and yeah, so that happened a lot to me until in 2022 or something like that, I tore my ACL playing soccer with friends. Like I had always played soccer my whole life since I was 5 years old, loved like being rough and tough out on the field, and just, casual game with friends, tears her ACL, and life completely changes because surgery was my worst fear. And with this condition, it was really scary to think about how I was going to get through surgery without fainting every 5 seconds. So that's where somatics found me. Somatics found me in one of the lowest places I've ever been, the most afraid places I've ever been physically, to have to go through this kind of procedure and healing journey. And it helped me heal my condition. I was able to, with the support of a somatic art-based therapist, we love that, and my partner, I was able to ground during doctor's visits. I would put lavender essential oils on my wrists and just smell. I would scan the doctor's office for a painting or something I like to look at, and I would just ground into the visual sensations and cues. And this work with honoring my senses began to resensitize my body to being aware of my sensations and what was happening, what was going on. So I didn't faint. I was able to go through healing and literally relearning to walk. Shout out my scar, she's so cute. And then life did the magical life thing, and a beautiful training fell into my lap called the SAW method training. And this is where I went deep into somatics. This is where I went deep into my darkness, deep into my inner child's wounds and what I still was holding in my body. So much rage, so much grief, so much sadness. And still to this day, I'm processing. But I have tools now. I have a practice that actually helps me move these deeply intense traumas and process them in a way where I'm actually moving it out of my system. I feel it leaving emotion is a passing wave of energy, and it lasts actually only 90 seconds. But we're not taught how to let it last 90 seconds. We're taught to hold on to the emotion, to attach a story to it. Our brains are meaning-making machines. They tell stories and connect dots for us. And so when we have an emotion, especially in this society, it is normalized to attach a story to it. Oh, I'm having this feeling. It must mean blah, 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 blah. When really, a lot of the times, the sensational experience we're having inside, especially when it comes to our emotions and backlogs of emotions from our childhood, we don't necessarily always know where the sadness is coming from. Was it from the 3rd grade and a teacher said that thing to you? Or was it from in the 8th grade when that teacher said that thing to you? Or when the students bullied you? Or when, like, we don't know, right? And that's the beautiful thing about somatics, is that we do not have to know. We get to transmute the emotion, let it flow through us without intellectualizing it at all. In the training, they have a beautiful saying. It's like taking out the garbage without having to look through it. Profound. And so now I get to teach this medicine. I get to offer this to people, and you know, even on this app, I get to share with y'all, like, here are some quick practices, here are some things to do. But I really do see somatic healing and grounding it into ancient technology and modalities. Like, I mean, it is ancient technology and modalities, somatic, what we call somatic healing today. I really see this as the future, y'all. This is how we're really going to be able to sustain life, sustain change. So, yeah. And it's also helped me find work that is extremely fulfilling. My job situation, my relationship situation, my living situation. Somatics has changed my life in like a really profound way, and continues to change my life every day I'm alive. Because now that I live with somatic awareness, I live connected to my body. I'm dropped in. I'm not up here. I'm down in here. Rooted, grounded. I understand my needs. I can hear my needs. This is crazy, because before I couldn't. I was so blocked off from my body. I mean, think about my condition where I would faint. Like, I was so disconnected from what was going on. And now I'm like, oh, I'm having a sensation of tingliness in my right shoulder. That's crazy. Like, I can literally pinpoint, like, oh, there's a slight pressure in the left part of my brain. And the back of my throat's a bit dry. I'm tightening my belly right now. My foot is clenched. We have so much sensational information happening, like sensation data, computing through us while we're experiencing this experience. As we go out into the world, every bit of your environment and what you're seeing and what you're feeling, what you're tasting, what you're hearing is all coming into the body through your sense gates. It's all information, okay? And that information is guiding us towards what it is that we need in any moment. So we have to learn to listen to the body so that we can actually meet our needs. So yeah, that's my story. And this is why I'm so passionate about somatics, because it literally saved my life. And it's fucking fun is the other thing. Like, when I'm having, I like want to cry when I'm talking about it being fun. It's so funny. When I'm having like a feeling, anything, I can bring it to a dance and dance it out, and not dance it out like, yeah, like people barely even dance anymore, but like actually dance, like intuitively feel how it is my body wants to move, and honor that and trust that and let it fucking rip without caring how it looks. And then sometimes I even post it. Like, I'm a baddie for that. I've grown so much. I used to be so afraid of what hosts thought of me. Now look. Alright, that's all. But I love you, and let me know if my story resonated.